Hello and welcome to these directions on your reporting information outline. This outline is essential to this paper as this is going to encompass a lot of different things that will prepare you to write this paper really well. It's also really essential that you follow all these directions because if you do not, you will earn a 0 and you will have to resubmit this. So pay close attention to all of the directions on this outline. So just going into the description, remember informative writing primarily deals with reporting information, explaining a topic, describing an object place, and giving emphasis on that topic. Remember that you are reporting information. There should be no personal opinions involved within this paper. You can choose your topic. We've already talked about that. Do keep in mind those topics that are off limits for this specific assignment. So you are going to be sharing the information that you learned. Research is a huge part of this assignment, and for some of you that might be a little bit more of a new concept. So make sure that you're paying really good attention to the type of research that you're doing, mainly the sources that you're doing. Now, you are required within this paper to have a minimum of 4 sources. 3 of them must come from the Utah Tech database. We've looked at the database, you know how to search through it. You are required to get 3 sources from there. Your last source can be from the internet, but it needs to be a credible source. So pay attention to the websites that you are perusing. .orgs, .gov, .edu, .net. Those are always probably going to be credible websites, and those are where you should be sticking for your research. When you're going through, ask yourself if the author of whatever it is that you are looking at, if they're an authority on this topic, and what their reasoning is for writing the text that you are researching. Now, the length of this paper that you're going to be writing is 1,300 to 1,500 words. This does not include your references page, which will be both at the bottom of your paper itself and the bottom of this outline. But good news, you're going to put it together right now in your outline, so you only have to do it once. Your outline should be in double space form, Times New Roman, 12-point font. Please do not put extra spaces between paragraphs, and make sure that you're using our APA in text documentation. And I've got an example for you that we're going to look at in just a second. Now, when you're going to organize your paper, you are going to want to look at pages 157 through 158 of your Norton text, and you'll notice that we've got a good outline, a way of organizing your report. So this one, for instance, it has begin with an anecdote, then provide background information, describe the topic, then you can do maybe some comparing, you can do some cause and effect writing here, and then a conclusion. You can also do it this way as well. You introduce the topic, provide that background information, narrate the first event, second event, third event. So this is events or procedures. So your topic will probably depend how you're going to organize your reporting information paper. So do look at all of the different ways that you can kind of organize it. Of course, you're always welcome to ask me for help as well, but this Norton resource is a great guide for you. So let's go ahead and look at that example, and that is right here. And I'm just going to make that a little bit bigger. So here we have a student, they wrote their topic on Alzheimer's, and she starts her outline with her anecdotal background, kind of setting that stage for the reader. So she says, Maggie was spending the day with her aging mother when she noticed that she could not finish the familiar task of making dinner. When she looked on her mother's desk, she found bills that had not been paid. These are some of the early signs of Alzheimer's disease. According to the Alzheimer's Association, more than 6 million Americans are living with Alzheimer's. By 2050, this number is projected to rise to nearly 13 million. And you can see that this student did a great job with her in-text citations. She has the source, when it was printed, and the paragraph where she got it. So she starts with an anecdote. Notice that she does give a statistic here. She gives some background information, and then moving into what is the difference between Alzheimer's, and then she has a bulleted list here of things that she is going to talk about. Is this question the best question in the paper? There probably could be another way that this student could have rephrased it, but she doesn't have to use this question once she starts writing. This is just for the outline, and what you put in your outline, you're not married to. You can change some things up when you go to actually write the paper. Notice that she's got her quote here all ready to go, and it's cited. And as we move on, she has more bulleted points of things that she is going to be discussing with this topic. And another quote here. And this is Chaudhry et al. So she got this from the database. And then we have more topics of what she is going to be discussing. And you can see that she's just added these nice quotes, all peppered into the outline, and thus she doesn't have to go look for those quotes later when she begins writing. This paper is going to be so easy for this student to write because she's already organized everything really nicely. And so as you can see, she's got all of her topics here. And then for the conclusion, she says, circle back to Maggie and her mother for conclusion. So she's going to come full circle when she gets to the conclusion of her paper. Here's her references page. Notice that is its own page. She did not start that over here. And of course, everything is listed alphabetically. And we've got the Alzheimer's Association. This is a website, .org. We have this Chaudhry. This was a book. And here's the page numbers that she used for that. This was a pretty big journal to be this many pages. And here we have one. It is 2 authors, and this one was also a something that she got from .org. And then we also have this one as well. So everything is really nicely organized. It's going to be easy for me to look at the student's outline, see that she has enough research done, that she has the appropriate research done, and that she has enough material that she's going to be able to bust out that 1,300, 1,500 paper. That's about 4 to 5 pages, give or take. And do not forget that this reference page, that does not count for your word count. So a couple other things that I want to bring to your attention. Again, please make sure you follow these directions correctly the first time. I do not want to have to send this back to you. I want you to get all of those points the first time. But it will be important for me to see that you are ready to go and that you have your topic and that it is well researched and that you won't have trouble writing this paper. This is due on the 28th. Please do not turn this in late. I have to approve your topic, so it will be very helpful for everyone involved if you can turn that in, and then you can start your paper when you need to. I think that is all I need to give you directions for, so if you have any questions, please let me know. You are ready.